my co-director, Eric Powers, because when we are dealing with a personality like Prime's, you don't want to sit him on a sofa in a living room. And I mean, his personality, his aura is too big for that.
True.
So true. We had to find the biggest space available to hold his personality.
So they called you a Jones.
We were in Dallas doing the interview and got a big white hanger, and it actually fit the theme of the film perfectly because, of course, it's about all the traveling.
Yeah. Deion, talk a little bit about the difference between Deion and primetime. It's not just sunglasses on, sunglasses off.
That kind of happened at the crib. That happened at home. That's why you got to be careful what you do around your kids. My stepfather was more like Deion. He was a hard-working 9-to-5er. I mean, no nonsense. He's just a great he's really laid back, really subdued. I mean, you wouldn't even know he in the room. And my biological father was Prime. He was all that, bad as fuck. He was the toast of the town. He was the party. He had all the catchy saying, the quotes. He had so much energy, so much passion. I mean, he was a rebel. He was the guy that pushed the limits. So I developed those personalities from my childhood. And I didn't bring them out really until when I touched the field. I was always Prime on the field and Deion off the field. I'm a country boy. I like to fish. I like country. I like the land. I like peace and serenity. So that's really me. I mean, the other cat with the hat on tonight, that's Prime. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of both.
And Ken, I mean, did you feel like at times you were interviewing?
A good plan way back in high school and really enhanced it in college. So this was all pre-orchestrated. This was all deliberate. It was nothing that just happenstance. This was a plan that I made up to secure my mother for the rest of her life. And to this day, she's never had to work another day of her life.
Let's talk about that weekend a little bit and the controversy around it. Did you ever hear from any fans or fellow players who were upset with you?
No, these are definitely not. I mean, TP was the captain of that team. What TP's we got, baby?
Are we also
Andre was the dog on the football team, so when you get validated by those two, it was all good. So Andre held it down. He was the one I called and talked to about everything. That was my best dude on the Falcons. And Jamie Dukes been knowing me since I was 17 years old. Yeah, when the curl was really wet. He knew me when the curl was really wet. So I never had a problem with a teammate whatsoever in my whole career.
And no fans?
No fans. Never a fan would come to me and say, why did you do such a never whatsoever? And that I think that's what kind of upset me because my teammates were straight. And I got some announcer spitting it wrong over the air. And honestly, it really upset my mama. She called me cussing. She was going off. She really got mad. So whoever this dude is, talking about you like a dog on TV, baby. You need that. I said, I got it. Don't worry about it, I got it. And that was really the extent of the conversation.
Ken, were you surprised that McCarver didn't want to talk to you for this film?
I was surprised that our incredible team didn't convince him eventually.
Did they try?
There were many attempts, many phone calls, texts, letters. Same with John Shortholz, because we felt...
Did they get an invite tonight?
Good.
Are they here?
Are you here?
Really in the back?
No, I mean, it would have been great to do what Deion presented, which is get he and McCarver together and we were trying
Because I wanted to talk it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he was informed with the information. And I don't think you all, some of you got it, but you still don't have it. I didn't have a contract to be playing with the Braves. So I was taking it as, man, I'm over here helping y'all. Like, I'm over here missing my football team when I have a football contract, and you disregarding them like they don't mean nothing. Like our games don't mean nothing with getting to the playoffs. And they was the Braves in the playoffs. It wasn't the World Series. The World Series I chose to stay. But the playoffs, I wasn't even playing. I was on the bench for 9, barely hitting the bottom of the 9th or the bottom of the 7th or whatever TP. I mean, I wouldn't even get in the game. I was an afterthought. And you want me to send my team out there against Dan Marino? That's crazy. That don't make sense at all. And that bothered me that he wasn't informed correctly.
Your offer still stands to McCarver if you
No,
want to
that thing over. That thing has a limited time.
sequel
Oh, you're gonna use
where
this
you're
thing.
breaking bread.
You got 15 days to respond, and that thing.
Wide open. How would Prime fare in today's NFL?
Man, I'm fine. What's wrong with you? How would the NFL fare to me? Probably, with this social media, I probably would have ownership on the team while I'm playing still. No, the game ain't no different, man. It's the same game, different names. It's the same game, different names.
You bring up social media. Actually, we spoke about this from earlier. And you mentioned that if there had been Instagram when this was going down, none of this would have been an issue.
Not whatsoever, because we would have been able to tell the truth, and you would have been able to respond. And that's the best thing about social media. You are your PR team, so you're able to instantly to respond to Tim McCarver's thoughts and his sayings. And he was ill-informed.
So if it's today, you pull out your phone, you hear Tim McCarver. How long do you wait before you hit send on that?
Do you all understand what I'm saying? See, like, you don't have a contract and you're playing, and I thought they would be happy with me doing the best that I can do, and not even with my football teammates when I do have a contract. And it was a lie. I was not receiving any extra money from Nike to do two sports on the same. That was never the case. So that was like a statement that was thrown in there to damage my credibility and my name.
Let's take some questions because
I think the kid can do anything he desires, but that's gonna come with some mess, because any GM that takes him in the first round and don't work out, he's gonna get fired.
But one thing you just said though is it's the specific position you played that allowed you to go back and forth.
Because I was a cornerback. I could miss a whole week of practice and cover. I could get it right now and cover. I could step out of bed and cover. I could do whatever I needed to do and still cover. One thing that, that scene when Pat O'Brien, when we were on the airplane, the private jet, and I was leaning back in my seat. Did you notice what I was doing? Anybody?
Studying film.
I was watching film on the Miami Dolphins. That's how dedicated I was to my craft. I was watching film, trying to know everything so I wouldn't get got, because I wanted to be that man for my guys. And like Landale said, I didn't play my best, but I was still running. Yes, sir.
When your time was over as far as being an Atlanta Falcon and an Atlanta Brave, when you were traded to Cincinnati, was there ever a moment where you considered maybe signing with the Bengals so you could play, both sports,
Yeah.
or even with the 49ers? Was there a time when you thought maybe of signing with the Giants so you could still do both sports?
I wanted to sign with the Bengals for both sports so I could just keep everything right there centralized. But the Bengals management are still the Bengals management. And with the 49ers, after winning the Super Bowl, I would have thought they would secure my services, but I found out that I was not going to be a 49er. When I was playing with the Giants, I was sitting in a restaurant after the day game, and it was like preseason. I see this little white kid with number 21 on. I said, oh, okay, I guess I ain't going back there. And that's how I found out that they weren't going to re-sign me. So, yeah, that's what it was.
I just got to sign 2 more questions and then we got to wrap up.
I'm going to take the last 2 right here. Hey, Quan, what type of
You get some deals.
No, good. I really don't want to go there, so we can stay.
Oh, so I was wondering whether there's like a chopper outside or something waiting.
My man in the middle, what's going on?
Do MLB contracts stop at the end of the season?
Yes. Only thing you share a split, right? TP, you share a playoff split. Yeah. Sort of like if it's a 50,000 through the playoffs, each guy get voted on a share of that. Yeah, and depending on how much you contributed, they would vote your share. Like if you got called up later on, you wouldn't get a whole share. You would get probably a quarter of a share, and that's how they did it. So it was no more money to be had. So I don't know what he meant by a handshake deal. What kind of deal could have been consummated when everybody, you see the bullshit I'm talking about? Like what kind of deal could have been consummated when everyone was on an equal playing field? There was no deal to be had. And we don't shake hands on deals. Right. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, man? That's my dog.
With you playing baseball at the highest level and football at the highest level, which sport came easier for you?
Baseball was never at the highest level for me. I wish I would have. That Terry Pendleton played at the highest level. Baseball was my challenge, man. She was that girl that I wanted.
She was that dime that I just couldn't seduce her, secure. I couldn't manipulate her. I couldn't do that. I couldn't cheat her whatsoever. It was times I built a baseball cage in my yard here in Atlanta. So I would have a bad game. I would come home and go out there and hit because I was mad. I was upset and I wanted to secure it, but it took so much mentally. And see, football is emotional. Baseball is rock steady. Because I got to do it every day. Football, I can do my thing, and you get to see that thing for 6 days. Now, baseball, you got to rock steady every day.
But didn't you almost choose baseball at one point and play that full time?
I almost chose baseball with the Yankees. I was about to sign a full-time deal to negate football, and something happened with George Steinbrenner.
What happened with George Steinbrenner?
I called him as some stuff. Something happened with George Steinbrenner. And they released me right after that. Do the homework. They released me right after that. And that's how I got to become a Brave. But, God has a mysterious way of working things out. Amen. And that's what got me to Atlanta on a full time. Yes, sir.
If you could only have played just one, which sport would you have chosen? And any advice for Kyler Murray if you had a chance to chat with him?
Football was my wife. I loved her. She was faithful. She was loyal. She was good. She took me places that I didn't fathom. She done things for me that I couldn't even imagine. So she was everything to me. And I'm sad that I cheated on her at times.
How about Kyler Murray?
Kyler's heart, to me, is football. Because it would be crazy for him to even attempt. Because he has a decision. Boy and I could do things, and Brian Jordan could do things simultaneously. Kyler has to make a decision because the game does not equip the quarterback to go back and forth. It has to be one or the other. And for me, I would choose baseball in that same vein as Kyler Murray right now because of the economics of the game. But he loves football. They have not come at him yet. They're going to start coming at him in a minute, telling him what he's not. See, he's still a kid, and we cover kids in college until they say they're going to be a pro. Then everybody starts shooting at him. So they hadn't told you that he's 5'9". They hadn't told y'all about the dysfunctions off the field. I'm trying to say it politely and nicely. You don't even know about none of this stuff, but all this stuff is about to come out if he continues to chase this goal and this dream. I think the kid can do anything he desires, but that's gonna come with some mess because any GM that takes him in the first round and don't work out, he's gonna be fired.
But one thing you just said though is it's the specific position you played that allowed you to go back and forth.
Because I was a cornerback. I could miss a whole week of practice and cover. I could get it right now and cover. I could step out of bed and cover. I could do whatever I needed to do and still cover. One thing that that scene when Pat O'Brien, when we were on the airplane, the private jet, and I was leaning back in my seat. Did you notice what I was doing? Anybody?
Studying film.
I was watching film on the Miami Dolphins. That's how dedicated I was to my craft. I was watching film, trying to know everything so I wouldn't get got because I wanted to be that man for my guys. And like Landale said, I didn't play my best, but I was still running. Yes, sir.
When your time was over as far as being an Atlanta Falcon and an Atlanta Brave when you were traded to Cincinnati, was there ever a moment where you considered maybe signing with the Bengals so you could play, both sports,
Yeah.
or even with the 49ers? Was there a time when you thought maybe of signing with the Giants so you could still do both sports?
I wanted to sign with the Bengals for both sports so I could just keep everything right there centralized. But the Bengals management are still the Bengals management. And the 49ers, after winning the Super Bowl, I would have thought they would secure my services, but I found out that I was not going to be a 49er. When I was playing with the Giants, I was sitting in a restaurant after the day game, and it was like preseason. I see this little white kid with number 21 on. I said, oh, okay, I guess I ain't going back there. And that's how I found out that they weren't going to re-sign me. So, yeah, that's what it was.
I just got to sign 2 more questions and then we got to wrap up.
I'm going to take the last two right here. Hey, Quan, what type of rules? Ron knows, he knows that. By the way, watch Super Bowl Prime Wednesday, Thursday.
Good play.
Network. But what rules are put in place in both leagues after you play both sports to prevent athletes in the future from playing 2 sports?
None.
None?
The only thing that prevents that is parents and coaches.
and just that want and that desire. Now you got kids specializing in one thing. Why would you do one thing? If you can get 2 checks, why would you get 2 checks? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But everybody now, you're just doing one thing, and the guy that's telling you to do one thing can't even do the one thing that he's telling you to do.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand it. I wish more kids would venture out to just expand and do all the things that they're gifted to do. In the back. Y'all can go. I'm good. I'm good up here. Y'all can go. I'm good. I'm good.
I think everyone here knows that you have the athletic ability to play both sports. But what drove you to do what no one else had done or was attempting to do?
It's a great question. Let me tell you,
Time.
that's a great question.
Yeah.
Nothing drove me. Can you understand that this was my life? No, what I'm saying is that was my life. That was my life since I was 7 years old. I did it as a youth, and I played basketball. I did it in high school, and I played basketball. I did it in college, and I ran track. So when I came to the pros, why would I continue to do what I've always done? That was my life. So you're really telling me to stop living my life. I couldn't fathom that. I couldn't understand that. That's why it's hard for me to even vacation now, because I only had, I think, 3 weeks off a year. After the Pro Bowl, I think I had 2 weeks until spring training started. And I've never really taken vacation because I was always used to working and going to get it. Yes, ma'am.
So when you look at it in retrospect and see how the stories have been turned, what would you have done different, if anything?
Oh, I don't know if I could have done anything different because I wanted to be there for both teams, and that really hurt me. Honestly, you don't know how much that hurt me. Like, it really hurt me. Like, when I tell you tears, and I never cry about a game because it's a game. I cry about life, not a game. But that hurt me emotionally because I was really trying to do the right thing, and I thought I was doing the right thing. So I don't know what else I could do different. Probably let everyone know contractually where I stood, but I thought they did when my contract was over July the 31st, and I was just coming over there to help. I thought everyone knew that, but they flipped it on me. They really did.
Your team is giving me the Deion's Gotta Go sign in the back there. Let me ask you one last question that I know John Dahl from 30 to 30 wants to know. He heard that the Tomahawk Chop came to Atlanta because of you through Florida State. Is that true?
No, because of me. I know we had a bunch of Florida State fans that were frequent left field or center field when I played, and they started to do the Tomahawk Chop when I got up to bat and all that. And it just caught on like fire, and it was appropriate. And we just happened to start winning at that time as well. So I think winning helps. You can't chop and lose.
All right, Ken, tell us how people can tune in and help spread the word about this over the next day.
Yeah, so social media didn't exist in '92. It does today. Brian and his team have certainly been doing their part to spread the word. We'd love if you like the film, tell everyone that you like the film, and it's going to be airing tomorrow night at 9 o'clock and streaming live on ESPN platforms. It'll be available in the future on Plus.
If there's anybody that I forgot, because I'm seeing some faces, is that you, Desmond? Yes, sir. Desmond, what's up, baby? I love you, man. I appreciate you. If there's anybody, Ray Boo, did I mention you, Ray Boo? If there's anybody that I forgot, trust me, I apologize immensely because there's a lot of faces out there, but I thank you and I truly 100% appreciate you totally. I got a question for ESPN. When is the football one coming? Yeah?
We need to block out 8 hours.
Yeah, it can't be 30 for 30. It got to be like a 90 for 90.
All right, congratulations to both of you guys, and thanks to all of you.